Peace and blessings, everybody. This is DJ Freedom coming to you on this YouTube channel to share some information. I did an episode of Ride and Vibe on my Instagram page at DJ Freedom Lives, and I also recorded it so that I can upload it to a new station that I'm launching called Spin Radio NYC, which is going to be urban formatted for the sole purpose of promoting black music and music that black people can relate to. It's not going to be influenced by what's on the radio, although arguably there may be some of it may be on the radio, some of it may be new and popular and you can hear it that way. But my goal is to screen every single song that I put on this station's rotation, and to make sure that anything that's in rotation is music that you can enjoy. I'm going to have 120 of the newest, hottest songs, of which I will upgrade about once every 2 weeks, because I'm doing this by myself as of right now. And then I will have an additional 240 songs that are not necessarily new, but of that, half will be songs that are classics, classic hip-hop songs. And in the middle, there will be what we will call favorites, things that people just love, whether it be old or new or whatever in the middle. So there'll be 3 categories of songs. But then I went back over my notes because I wrote all this out as to what I was going to do with the station. And I thought, well, that would be easy to just have yet another station playing music all day, right? But what would be more profound is to have the hottest songs, like I mentioned, right? To then have classics, right? And then to have speeches, sound bites. I cannot say that I would play the whole speech of some of our great voices in hip-hop from many, many years. It would be a disservice to the culture if I was to put this together and not acknowledge them. So what I want to do with this, and I'm looking for parking as I talk to you, so pardon me. But what I really want to do with this whole thing is to recognize the greatness of hip-hop culture, R&B, Afrobeat, and Caribbean music. So there's 4 categories that I'm acknowledging. I was going to do it just for hip-hop, but I like R&B. I grew up on it. I like Afrobeat as the newest genre of music to explode. The first black music to explode out of Africa ever on this level since the original Afrobeat by Fela Kuti. And I'm happy to have embraced it early on and to still be embracing it. I found enough music to actually vibe with this genre of music, and I'm going to put it out there so that people can enjoy it all across the world. In addition to launching an online station called Spin Radio NYC, I'm going to also produce events throughout the year to showcase this music so that people can enjoy it in that framework, in that, in that kind of way. Because I think it's important that as a DJ, I get to show you what I know about the music, and to do it in a way that's unfiltered, without any industry influence and without anybody telling me how I'm supposed to do it. No board of directors, no committee. It's just me putting it on. And ultimately, you'll get better music because it's not done through political maneuvering. It's just music the way it's supposed to be. And that's the way I've always put anything together musically. I've never had to compromise my integrity as a DJ, as an artist, as a remixer, as a producer. And the times that I may have been put in the position where a promoter was telling me to do certain things that did not agree with me musically, I didn't stay with that situation. I had to leave. Or I got fired because I wasn't doing what I was being told to do. The platform that hip-hop has created for itself has suffered a great deal, but so does any movement of the people. A movement of the people is always going to suffer. You're always going to find losses, but you're also going to see growth. You're going to see change take place. You're going to see people become aware of themselves, to have discussions that they otherwise might not have had. Hip-hop has done a lot. It has changed my life. It's the reason I'm a DJ. It may be the reason I'm doing this all over again. It has been a long time coming. I was looking for a way to re-enter the hip-hop atmosphere, and I figured out some things that I can do. But I had to get my business game together. I had to get my life game together, because I ain't no good to anything that needs to be done, the work that needs to be done, if my life is a mess and I don't have my head on right. That's being real with you. So I have to make sure that my foundation is solid, and I did that. So now I can come back to hip-hop the way I really need to and represent for the culture, for the people, not being concerned about what the industry will think about what I'm getting ready to do. I'm putting together a series of quarterly events. I've already mapped this out, so I'm just sharing a little bit of what I'm doing here. You can one day look at this video and say, yeah, he talked about doing this. And it may not be exactly what I'm projecting here. It may not turn out exactly this way, that way, well, the way it turns out. But this is still going to be a conversation that you'll refer back to, reflect on, and say to yourself, he told us this was coming. I want you to think about these things whenever you have an idea to do something. I want you to be bold enough and not afraid of carrying it out. No one is going to laugh at you or prevent you from doing what you love. If you do it like I've done it, your own way. Put up your own money. And if you got to get money from somebody else, like a business loan or using business credit, be in a position to pay it back. Don't be as I was, thinking that I could talk my way through a good idea and then have to owe people money because their good idea wasn't well thought out. And I've experienced that already. I've been down that road. Today, I have my own money. I have the means to do everything I'm striving for myself. I don't have to borrow money from the bank. I can build my business credit up more as I've been doing, and I can put proper events together for the people and make a dent in the culture, make statements to our people so that our voices can truly be heard. The things that I'm going to do is going to raise the bar a little bit. I guarantee you nothing will ever be the same again when I'm done. It will bring conversations. It may bring controversy. People may not like it because I'm actually going to have a gallery celebrating some of my favorites. I'm not asking a committee to help me put this together because I'm putting my own money up. If anybody disagrees, wave your arm, said Rakim. If you want to do your own thing your own way, if hip-hop means anything to you, then do your own thing your own way. Put your money up or find a way to make your statement, and don't be concerned about what I'm doing. Because if it bothers you, I did my job. I got your attention. I got you thinking. And that is part of the point. But that's not enough. Thinking is good, but I need you to get involved. I need you to have a conversation with me. I need us to all be discussing, not that we aren't, because many of us are, but I need more of us to be discussing what we can do to make the culture better. To not be concerned with commercial radio. Because if we don't like what they're playing, then we can just stop listening to it. And we don't have to worry about what they're playing. We don't have to know. Don't worry about the livelihoods of artists that depend on that radio play to reach their fans, new fans or established fans. Don't be concerned with that, because that's not going to make any difference if you have fans. Be concerned with the quality of your music. Use the internet to reach the fans that you have or may yet have. Focus on building your brand the right way. Your name, presenting your name through your music, your art, the right way, so people can hear you, relate to you, and support you. I'm going to, on the house music side of things, so you don't think this was all about just hip-hop. On the house music side of things, I am taking House Massive global. But what I'm going to do with House Massive is also be in local cities in the United States. What is the point of doing that? The point is to brand house music across the country, because I've said for a long time that house music doesn't get enough attention. It doesn't reach enough people the way it should. It's not where it needs to be, considering how big it is when you go out to the clubs, when you go to the big festivals, although the big festivals are really a version of house music that is way more pumped up and, in my opinion, predictable, not envelope pushing at all. Some of it is interesting musically, but a lot of it is the same old thing. I listen to it. I can speak on what I'm criticizing. There are DJs that push the envelope in that space, as it is in any genre, and then there are those that are complacent. But I'm not here to address EDM. I'm only here to address the fact that house music is still a pair of words like hip-hop that is frowned upon because it's black music. Say it for what it is. It's black music that black people created for black people. And when we realized there was money involved and that we can make money from it and make a living from it and make a lot of money, we then begin to change either it or we changed ourselves, which changed it. And then we lost our way once we established what we were doing. But house music has some very successful DJs, singers, record labels, producers, remixers, and dancers. Aerosol artists as well, just like in hip-hop. Truth be told, and I'm tired because it's really late, probably going on 4 o'clock in the morning. But I wanted to talk to you like this before I went home because it's important to me to share these things with you when they come to mind, and also let you know that I am working on things that I think will excite house music dancers, lovers of the culture, and also hip-hop. For the R&B world, for the Caribbean world, for the Afrobeat world, stay in tune. That's my hashtag, stay in tune. I'm going to trademark it because I've been saying it for years. I've been putting it up for years on Instagram and Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, LinkedIn, all my pages. I posted my Mixcloud pages, and so people have seen it. When you type those words in, you're going to see anything that I posted at some point. So here's how we close. Watch for my hip-hop moves. Watch for my house music moves. First and foremost, those two. Within those, I will be making other kinds of moves in the community. I'm not here to be the voice of the community. Pardon me, because I love secular music too much. But I am going to do my part to make a difference with the music that I get behind, utilizing the platform that I put myself on to have my voice be heard, not because I want it to be about me, but because I want it to be about the message, the movement. It's already in motion. Like I said, I don't have to create any movement or be calling myself I'm doing something that's so different. I'm doing the same thing that's always been done. I'm just putting my voice to it, putting my image on it possibly. And ultimately, you will all learn how to respect this culture, these cultures, house music and hip-hop, black music at their finest. I will leave you with a thank you for listening and watching. And you may not see it right away after I post it. You may not see it for a long time. But you will know that when I put all this together, my head and my heart were in the right place. Acknowledge that. Peace.